All right, here in the finals, we have a great keep. We're going to play turn 1 Attune with Aether so we can go turn 2 Cub and have our turn 2 3/3. And it finds our blue mana. So this is the... People tell me I underrated Attune with Aether. I didn't value it high enough. Trust me, I know where Attune with Aether is at its best. And it's right here, baby. All right. Operative's actually pretty good because it's going to have Death Touch. Well, I think we'll play the Cub anyway. See if our opponent gets the artifact next turn. If they do, whatever. Not a huge deal. Well, they did not. So, looks like we're going to get to go off with our Cub, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, so we can attack with... Actually, well... Yeah, I want to play the Rhino. I just don't have enough resources to make this get out of range, but this seems like such a good 2-for-1 that I just have to take it. It's just far too good of a 2-for-1. In fact, it's so good our opponent doesn't even want to mess with it. So we'll pump, get our extra damage in, get some more action. And play the Rhino to make best use of mana. Next turn we can go Theorist, Seed Sculptor, or Cobra, or whatever we want to do. Now I could have pumped Cub again if I'd pre-combated the Rhino. I don't know if that would have changed anything or not, to tell you the truth. Kind of seems like, huh. Well, that's different. Well, we can play around impeccable timing by... Let's put a counter on this right now and see if it works. Okay, now I can play the Seed Sculptor and pump the Rhino. And actually, you know what? I'm going to play the Theorist now to get that extra energy in the bank in case I need it. And now we can swing with these two. Just taking it all. All right. Yeah, Cub is pretty absurd. All right, so finally opponent gets the artifact they desperately needed. So I think we're going to upkeep the Theorist. Because if I could find like a Hunt the Weak or... I mean, if I get a land, at least I can start dropping the Tigers. The Mad Tiger knowledge. Opponent, I mean, at this point we're offering these dudes up to the slaughter because our opponent is just kind of on the ropes here. So let's scry. So Blossoming Defense does not save my Rhino from... I think we're actually going to bottom this. It doesn't save from Death Touch and it doesn't save from a double block. So we'll put that on the bottom. Get the land to play the tiger. Or would it have saved from a double block? I guess it would have, including the pump, so maybe I should have thought about that. That's all right. It's not a huge deal. Still, dropping the tigers here is fine. And we don't even have to pump the rhino, because my opponent still does not have a double block. That's... I guess it could block with operative or and the ambit. That doesn't... Yeah, this is fine. I don't think we're going to pump the rhino. We'll save it for this tiger. Yeah. This works pretty well for me. Playing against Esper. All right. Scavenger, kind of a big deal, I guess, but not the end-all be-all. I kind of want to upkeep Theorist again. Bottom any land. Our opponent has to double block the tiger to kill it, so it might actually make more sense to just attack with everything, because I don't think an opponent can afford to take 6 damage here. And like I said, they have to double block, so I think we are actually just going to not use Theorist. Draw. There's a fabrication module, which is sweet. So we swing with everything. And like I said, I'm pretty confident opponent wants to double block that tiger. If they think they can afford to take 6, I'm happy with that too. Yeah. This is kind of what I assumed would happen. And then we'll play another tiger. We're just in a kind of a mad rush to just trample in. Because we know our opponent's last card is... Well, we don't know what their last card is, but we know that that they just drew that Aetherborn dude, who's not good enough here. He's still going to have to 2-for-1 himself to stop the tiger onslaught. And we're going to attack with everything again, by the way. So I'm 1 mana short of playing and activating the module, but we're going to swing with everything again. Yep. That is some profit. Play the module, play the Cobra, pass. So any of our guys are lethal now with this module. I guess that just means they have to... Oh, well, he needed to not do that. I mean, if my opponent's last card is impeccable timing, they had the mana to do it before, I believe, right? So... Oh, never mind. So they did have what they needed. Okay. There wasn't one turn they could play Subtle Strike? That surprises me. All right, so now we pass. I guess we'll start buffing the Seed Sculptor, because Theorist is going to have to be used. Attacking, too? So they ripped another creature? That's surprising. Yeah, pretty important one, too. All right. Opponent is basically getting exactly what they need here to win, so we need to do the same. Guess I could have scryed first. But the thing is, we can attack with both of our guys next turn still. Bottom that. Yeesh. That is painful. Alright, so we attack with both our guys. They have to block them both. And neither of them are going to die. Drew another creature? Jeez. Oh, man. If our opponent missed, we would have won. All right. Well, it really came to us missing a bunch and our opponent drawing a lot to lose this one, so I'm disappointed. I don't know what to tell you, but that's the way the cookie crumbles, I guess. All right. So I guess we'll go to game 2. Seems like a very easily winnable match, but it is going to require some good draws from us and less good draws from our opponent. So let's try this again. I don't think we're going to do takedown for, well, let's see, a Screecher plus a Harrier. Maybe it is worth it. We could do Creeping Mold for revoke privileges. Don't really like that all that much. Our opponent is 3 color though, so you could like hurt their splash. Doesn't seem worth it. Let's just ditch a maybe a courage. All right. This is a good hand. So I guess we can hold off a turn on the sage. Could even hold off a couple turns on the sage. Basically to play, well, how's this going to work? I'm going to play module into trumpeter into either tiger or sage. All right. I'm going to go for the setup moves here. So we can go trumpeter now. Next turn we can go tiger, pump tiger. All right, big swing coming our way. So I think opponent's going to make it difficult for us, but we're going to have to do what we can. Another option I can do is, yeah, I guess Sage Cobra, because then Cobra can block the steed. All right. So I could have put the counter on the Sage to also be able to block the steed in case they have removal for the Cobra, like Subtle Strike. But I didn't, so there's that. So I guess we'll chump because I don't want to be on a 2-turn clock. So play the tiger, pump the trumpeter. So, I mean, we should have lethal next turn. But that's assuming opponent. Let's see, I can make this with module 5, 7, 9 trample. Well, that's cool. I don't think we're going to be able to deal 15 back. It's kind of a waste of our defense. It benefits our opponent more. Because I just don't think I can deal 15. All right, so we're dead next turn. Yeah. All right, so we need like Hump the Week now or Tune with Aether. This is not going to do it. It'd be cool if it did, though. It'd be sweet if it did. All right. Well, we lost, but I love this deck. I thought this is definitely one of the best decks I've drafted in the format, too. So the synergy. Game 1, I'm pretty salty about Game 1. But it happens. So there's that. So we'll see you. One life, too. One life. Oh, man. Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll win a draft one day. That'll be cool when that one day happens. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you enjoy the drafts. Follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Inez27. Thank you so much, folks. We'll see you soon.